So, hello, sisters. This is Jonita D'souza, your feminine lifestylist, and I am here with one of the beloved sisters, Uma. And first of all, good morning, happy 11/11, and wherever you are, whenever you are watching this, both Uma and I felt really excited to tune into this topic today. Um, a beautiful portal of ascension is available, for manifestation is available, and I think for clarity is available as well. So I wanted to bring up Uma because I have been watching her working with the different realms of the sacred feminine, and I love how beautifully she expresses her love for the dark feminine. So, Uma, welcome. Thank you for joining and talking and sharing.
Yeah, thank you for being here.
Yeah. Um, so, I am going to double check once again if we are live inside the group or not, because yes, we are recording. Yes, yes, we are.
We are moving.
And okay, yes, that's great. So, Uma, the reason we decided to come on and talk was because of the experiences that you shared with me, in particular after crossing the veil ritual series. So let's just dive right in. How was this experience for you? If you want to share with sisters, first of all, share a little bit about yourself. Where are you beautifully seated? And and what brought you to this group and the crossing the veil.
I started to work with you last year in Glastonbury on
Yeah.
the retreats. Yes. I was drawn to the more truthful ceremonial work. Um, that's what I found when I started to work with you. Um, Ceremony in particular is I live in the Netherlands, and ceremony is not really here in the culture. Then I say it very gently. And it was a deep longing for
Mhm.
non-religious ceremony. So make it
Very
clear.
nicely framed,
Yes,
non-religious
thank
ceremony.
you. Um, what I found is the ceremony from within, coming from within. And I need this sincerity of doing the work of the dark feminine. I also see it as doing work as a human being, be connected with everything what's there, what's available. And especially with a dark feminine, um, yeah, my dark feminine was so pleased. Oh, you're here. Thank you. Thank you. I love you so much. Thank you for being here, seeing me, experience me. And I was searching for it for a long time, um, trying out all kinds of things. And the way you work with a dark feminine is very clear and structured. And but within that structure, there's an enormous amount of freedom to do it my way, and that's very important for me.
Thank you for saying that. What my experience of having you in the dark feminine retreat was when I met you for the first time when we first day entered the temple and we saged and hugged. I sensed a very strong dark feminine, and one of the other things that I sensed is, okay, this is a very strong dark feminine here, and as a facilitator, it is so important to understand the dynamics. So to see if it can be overbearing for someone else around, or if it can be overshadowing even, because that's how the society treats us. If we are too much in our dark feminine power, we are called the bitches or the overpowering and strong women. And as you began to circle, I saw this humility, this humbleness under this dark feminine raw power. So there's power and humility, and this is what is beautiful essence of your dark feminine beauty that I want to reflect back.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, there was no inhibition. You were strong, but you could melt into tears in that moment as well. So you could be strong and you could be crying at the same time. And witnessing that is a very beautiful gift, because we are not taught that we can be strong and vulnerable. So yeah, thank you for being there.
Yeah, for me, it's both the same. In being vulnerable is strength.
Mm.
And I tried in my life, I tried to be strong the way my mother taught me and my father taught me and the society teach me, but it doesn't work. I'm too sensitive. So it creates tension, psychological tension, which is has to expand and it wants to breathe and I know I chose many moments in my life. I chose for solitude, yeah. In I think in 2007, I started consciously to choose again for groups. I've been teaching children, and then for years and years and years, and I feel very comfortable in a group of children. I can be a teacher and a student at the same time, but to be with grown-ups, that was another thing. So I started really conscious in 2007. Okay, I I want to learn. And not just learn about myself, but I want to learn really to be in this dynamic with grown-ups or adults or um, more aged people, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So share with us, Uma, what your experience of rituals were, coming in ceremony, also the last one that we went through, the crossing the veil. What has been your revelation?
It's very inspiring. That was a one of the main words. And this time it was through the ceremony coming together on Zoom um, and doing the rest on my own, but not alone, because the container was really um, really strong. I guess also because more and more people are into the shaman and recognizing and being in this energy of the 31st of October and 1st of November, and acknowledging that the field is then so there's no veil, so we can communicate with the ancestors in a very um, honest way and easy, like easy. Yeah, for me it's easy way.
Mm.
Um, the when I started to make the altar, there was a huge energy coming up. Yes, oh yes, the ancestors wanted to be involved. So it was a pleasure to make it. It was really a pleasure to make it, to create it more. And um, to sit in front of it with a candle, um, choose the foods or ask for what foods do you want to, um, can I offer?
Mm.
And this started the conversation very easy. It's a very, yeah, I experienced it that it was a very easy way of communicating with them, and they were very pleased. Um, and for me, what I experienced, that there was a lots of support from the ancestors because they were very happy to be in contact with me. And I really hope sincerely that that also was for the other women who joined the group. And within the Zoom meetings we had with lots of women, I heard them also saying that yes, I mean, it was sometimes with grief, sometimes with a deep feeling of longing for example, my grandfather from my mother's side, to see him, to hug him. But this acknowledging again was present. So that was okay. And there was an energetic hug coming up. So it was really warm and um, yeah, full of togetherness.
Mhm. What was your experience of infusing the dark feminine with this process? Because I remember last day we went through the wisdom of the dark. So, what was your experience of that?
Yeah. Um, in the first place, I feel it as it's my commitment, um, mm, commitment with my inner self, and within the inner radical honesty. Um, um, what can I say? It's for me. It's about healing and acknowledging the dark feminine within the ancestor communication. For example, my one of my grandmothers, she was like cheering and yes, 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 be strong, but in your own way, and don't keep your voice down. I did that all my life. I give you permission to open up again and again and again, because it's not a one time job or so. It's not a one time solution. It's a constant process, an ongoing process. And in this rebirth, um, I love the way you talk about this rebirthing again and again. We can, it's very upright, no? And
And
the
I also,
more,
sorry.
for me, acknowledging again and again my dark feminine, it gives balance. And
Mm,
I need this balance in my life.
yeah. And I remember we worked with identifying subtle layers of the dark feminine, and where you were saying that you were able to identify certain patterns that she was showing, which your ancestors had the message, but then there are certain human patterns that we possess, which the dark feminine was mirroring to you as well.
I
Okay,
can
like
be very impatient. And the dark feminine gives me the message. This impatience is um, it's the way I look at it's the way of perspective, and the dark feminine gives me that impatience is okay. Just let it be there. It's energy. It's like anger is also energy. What am I doing with this energy?
Yeah.
That's within that is my choice.
Yeah.
And also the ancestors can help me. The dark feminine can help me when I take time to go into my womb and really, okay, I'm here. I listen to you. Then this impatience, what I call impatience, is most of the time something very different. And that's what the dark feminine is teaching me every time again. Okay, I think it's something, but then there's my heart, but then in my womb, going through my two legs down to the core of Mother Earth, there's something else going on. So it's multi-layered. Um, um, yeah, with this inner radical honesty, that's very, very crucial.
Mm.
We really, okay, that's the message, or there's the answer, or there's something I can do.
So, Uma, tell me this. So the way of the dark feminine can also be very triggering. Yeah, like it can trigger you. And what do you do in times when you get triggered by your dark feminine?
Hmm, hmm, be honest, I get triggered by it's for me it's more that I get triggered by can I give a small example?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So my mother had an operation, and she lives together with my stepfather. I know him for over 35 years. And my mother asked me, will you come and take care of me after the operation? And I said, yes. And I had some small cold. And my stepfather said, no, you're not allowed to come because I don't want to get sick. And I felt really rejected, and also rejected by my mother because I should go and take care of her. And he decided that I wasn't welcome.
Mm.
So this trigger brought me back to the rejected child.
Mm.
And for me, when I'm there, it takes a few days before I can, or take some time before I can really go there and see it and acknowledge it. And then the dark feminine helps me to go there and to really recognize and acknowledge what is there. So it's not the other way around for me.
Mm. Yeah, very nicely put.
That's funny, huh?
It
Yeah.
is funny. It, as you said, and it is true that we think that the process is this way, but when we just allow ourselves, then we are taken to a process of our own, and which is some other way,
For
and
me, what
not
I
for the
learned,
mind.
the dark feminine wants me to be whole.
Hey,
What
Ines is
was it?
there. Hey, Ines.
Whole, holy, and oh, we are whole, we are holy, we are three words. We've been singing it, all holy. But for me, the dark feminine wants me to be whole.
Mm.
Um, um, Either it's Kali, Either it's Maria Magdalena, or it is Sekhmet, or it is um, which archetype it it will be. The dark goddess wants to help me. That's for me. That's very obvious, and that's also what I heard in the sharing circles.
Mm, that's true. That's true. And
Yeah.
I know that a lot of us women are, to begin with, quite resistant to the dark, to the raw power that we even have within ourselves. And this resistance is very available to witness on a societal level, on a larger scale, of acknowledging your like wounds, your hurts, your pain, and using that as fertilizer. Yeah. And what would you like to say to those women who are, thinking like, okay, maybe or maybe not, but I'm afraid. What if the dark feminine opens up this box of Pandora and now I have to go and sort my life out? But I'm already overwhelmed with chaos and emotions these days.
Mm, I think in the first place, it's the word dark. It's not really from Western society. Dark has a big stamp, has a big container with all definitions. So that it's a beautiful word. It's about the womb. It's about the moon. It's about the night. It's about another.
Mm,
Um, um, I mean, when I go and walk, I take a walk in the night, and everything is more formless, so I can sense more. There's and yeah, first acknowledge the resistance, and maybe read some about the archetypes. I don't know. There's a lot to read about Kali history, all kinds of storylines, more than 10 storylines about who was Kali, who was Lilith. I mean, Lilith is beautiful.
mm,
Artemis is beautiful. There's um, independent. They're sovereign.
mm,
Um, they were hurt because of the betrayal of someone else. Um, they're very, for me, the dark feminine are very pure. So, and then I'm a little bit hesitant to say this, but the dark feminine is because of the purity and the honesty. It's also a radical honesty.
mm.
Yeah, and when someone feels resistance, it's good to check the resistance first, I guess.
Yeah. And I like that you mentioned that it's good to do the literature reading because when we read more about these archetypes, we feel so many resonance in our own lives. These stories, these archetypes, they show things that are actually happening in our lives that we are acknowledging or not. So it's a very good advice. Thank you for mentioning specifically to read the variations of different cultures, different dark goddesses, different storylines, and the baseline is the same, anyways. But
Yeah,
resonance is what can be felt even until today. they are considered as legends, they are considered as mythology, they're considered as ancients, but we women right now still feel it. So it's so powerful.
Yes, very and a small thing. What what the ceremonial work means for me is my thing. It's how I even kijken hoor. It has to do with discipline, but with it's like working with the jade egg. It's for my health.
Mm, that's right.
So with the exercises and the focus, and it's not discipline in a traditional way of the meaning of the word discipline, but the ceremonial work. It's asking for example, just practical. Tell the people around you, I'm going into this, I'm doing this, and do not disturb me, please.
Yeah.
So it's asking to begin with, okay, it's me time.
Yeah.
Me time with the ancestors, me time with the dark goddess, me time, and yeah, putting up some boundaries, but healthy. Say, okay, this is me time. I'm going to prepare food in a ceremonial way. It's rather simple, but women have to do it.
Yeah, yeah, my husband loves doing creating ceremonial food. Turns out some Deva Premal mantra, then starts singing and then starts chopping onions and potatoes and but yeah,
Yeah,
I love that you're saying this, that you have, it's up to us to take out this time. And so many of us say that, oh, we really want to experience this, we really want this, but we just don't have any time. And I just feel that that's another way of, resistance working in your life. Because if you can't make time for something that you long, then what is your life about? Yeah. If
it's
you
alive. I don't judge.
Yeah,
No
yeah,
judgment.
yeah. But if you think that if you do not have the time to really do something that you've been longing for, give yourself this space even, then I think we should start questioning our priorities. What is important, what is not, what is right or what is not, what we desire or what not. And I feel like resistance plays up there as well in um, in the terminology when we say that we are busy women. And modern day society is like this. But I like how you say that ceremony can be just eating, preparing food. So I want to thank you for joining and sharing your experience, sharing your insight, your sacred feminine wisdom, your dark feminine wisdom. I know you're joining us for the womb rage. I can't wait to send you the ceremonial process. And yes, it'll be a ceremony. I
Yeah.
like, I like rituals. Like it to be simple, and I think it connects us to our sensual, sacred, sovereign aspect. And every woman should give this to themselves. If the
I'm
calling is
looking
high,
forward.
yeah,
I'm looking forward. Yes. And also the feeling that many women will do that every dark moon. It will it can create an enormous energy and a spiral upwards. Yes,
yeah,
that's
so much of
nice.
release and
Yeah.
reclamation. Yeah, thank you for doing this work, Uma. Thank you for
Thank you,
being
Jonita.
unapologetically you in your presence. I wish I could give you a big hug like those days.
We will, we do. Yes.
So I sign off and I look forward to hanging and playing with you in this virtual world. Until next time.
Okay. Doei doeg.